Have you ever wanted to do something creative and then you go to do it and it's like just nothing, you know? Maybe it's coming up with a business idea or creating something for your studies, and when you sit down to work on it, it's like your brain just broke and it's never going to work again. So why does this happen? Why is it that a few people seem to just be really good at creating things, but then it feels impossible for others? Well, the first thing is that most people are actually thinking about it backwards. You know, when people think of creativity, they usually think it means like endless possibilities where something new will just magically appear. And sometimes that does happen on rare occasions when we're inspired, but it's unpredictable and it's like basically impossible to replicate. So instead, we could look to our natural world for things, for the inspiration. So like take a tree, for example. You know, is a tree created and formed through limitless possibilities? No. You know, first thing, it has the seed, and if it lands on concrete, it's probably not going to grow into that tree, but if it has the right soil, then it might do. And then it needs the right light, you know, atmosphere and things like that. It's, you know, it's not as if we see those trees growing on Mars. So rather than limitless possibilities, we actually need to put some constraints in there. And deadlines are one that many of us are familiar with. So like, I'd been running a small sales division for a company, and I was asked to start reporting to the board on various things. But because it was a new department, the report had never been created before. So I had about a month to do it. And for almost the entire month, I didn't do anything with it until the deadline was looming, and then I suddenly needed to deliver on it. And it was only when I had a few hours left that I was able to actually do this, because I was forced to. And then suddenly the new report appeared and it was in the proper structure and everybody was happy with it. So when you're next needing to deploy your creativity, whether it's at work or school or you're just having fun, think of how you can put some constraints on it. Because when we narrow things down, it stops that freeze response of just being overwhelmed with possibilities, and instead it gives your creativity a channel that it can move through.